Hi there, this is Suspicious Dish here with episode 22 of Fluidity. Last time we collected some of the stuff in the mountains and started the city. Today we're going to finish off all the stuff we missed in the city. After that, we're moving on to the Aztec. So over here in this outside courthouse area, there is a sewer system. And, well, pump system, really. The first thing that's going to happen is we're going to go in these hydraulic pumps over here. This is one of the places that leads to one of the two rainbow drops in the area. The other is that sewer pipe to the left. Yeah. Anyway, down here is a gear puzzle, which I'm sure you're all familiar with by now. Alright, we've just broke that piece of wood, which enabled us to go up here. What this will allow us to do is, first of all, get a puzzle piece that's behind a wood wall over there. And secondly, allow us to break a piece of wood that that underneath holds a buoy switch. That buoy switch, I believe, is actually the end of the puzzle. We just have to figure out how to get water right to there. We're stuck on this side, so our only option is to climb back up. Okay, and through this hydraulic pump we get this gear, which completes the puzzle. Relatively painless. The only thing that we didn't use was that radio tower up there. I'm sure you can all assume that opens the door to the rainbow flower right there. So let's go get that rainbow flower. Cutting right away to the castle courtyard here, we're going to go and take the other path down here. I was curious about that crack over there on the right, and curious if it held any secrets. It doesn't. I can't find a way to get into it anyway. So, this area. This is a neat little puzzle the first time you play it. Because of all the really, because there are two secrets in here that are easy to miss, it's an you have to play this area a few times, and it's annoying. Let me go through of what you have to do. Basically, there's this guy who needs access to defeat the Influence, and you have to help him sneak through the factory. You do that by blocking the security cameras, like with the boxes, or you hit them with water to break them down. It's a very neat idea, and I like it a lot. The problem happens when you have to play this for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth time trying to find everything. And it just takes a long time to get to where you're able to get the secrets. All in all, it's a pretty good task, and I like it. It's just that I've played it. Again, I've played it 5 or 6 times. It's repetitive after a while. Anyway, I'm going to go over here and collect one of the secrets. I actually completely forgot that there were 2 in here, so we'll come back later for the second. But anyway, you can probably see that puzzle piece shining right behind that set of purple clouds. That's what we're going to collect. Okay, so this switch will put these bridges down. We don't quite need that quite yet. What we're trying to do is bring the guy up, and then we'll put the bridges down so we can walk across. You bring the guy down by pushing down on this weight, which picks up the other weight. And over here is an interesting puzzle. It's more of a physical challenge with ice. There is a buzzsaw going across back and forth up there, and we need to hit the buttons to move him across on this little tiny platform. You will see when we hit the initial button that the platform will come, he'll raise up the platform, release these buttons, and when we hold on to the left button, that hovering platform will go left, and when we go onto the right platform, the hovering platform will go right. We do not want to get hit by the buzzsaw, so it's just a little bit of timing and a little bit of stick. And there we go, the buzzsaw has stopped, the computer is wrecked, and we get a rainbow drop for our troubles. We've done all that we can, pretty much for the most part, in that courtyard area. The only thing left to do there is a rainbow flower, which is the secret I missed. Now I'm going to go hunting for puzzle pieces. And I collected that rainbow drop intentionally because this screen here is the only way to get your puzzle piece count for the entire level. You'll see that the puzzle piece count on the menu and in the map screen, the atlas screen, is for the entire game. So we unlocked, or we didn't quite unlock, but we took out some of the blue clouds and got a puzzle piece last time. This area, this entire area to the right and right here, is a long area for one rainbow drop. First thing that we have to do is go through this laboratory where they're testing materials or I don't know what, heating stuff up, and there's a Ferris wheel in the background, and I don't know what they're doing, but we have to get a gear and transport it over to the right, which unlocks the second part of this long journey. This is actually a pretty fun area, and it's a clever take on the gear puzzle, where instead of instead of transporting a gear from point A to point B directly, you have to sort of go along with the gear on two separate paths. We're introduced to the end here, to the gear here, and you'll see how these things come into play a little bit later. But we have to use the gear and travel with it across a specific path. These buttons here close these doors, and that thing raises up automatically. So we just have to guide the gear onto this button, which opens that door above. Up here is a state changer. We can advance his water by going down in those slots below, so let's do so. And before we have a chance to do anything with the gear, we have a balancing puzzle. Pushing on this switch will make the Platforms slowly raise, and we have to keep the Wiimote extremely still so that the gear doesn't fall off it. It takes a few tries, but you'll eventually get it. And that door up there opens and closes on a timer, so we just have to wait until it closes. And move the gear right across. Here is another one of those invisible triggers, where the door only opens and for a specific reason. I assume it's when it hits that platform. Again, one of those random invisible triggers that I'm not a fan of, but oh well. And here's the last part. This is sort of a confusing part with a lot of buttons and switches and state changers. And two gears, actually. We're introduced to the light blue gear here. Well, it's obvious that we have to transport the light blue gear to the machinery so that we can advance. Because, hey, what else can we do? So let's, let's grab ourselves a puzzle piece here. We can see it shining in that room. Easy to miss, very easy to miss. And let's release the blue gear. Just carefully, there we go. The reason that there are a couple of state changers here is that we need to freeze the gear, raise the stoppers up, and transport the gear over here this way. Doing that releases the orange gear, which eventually gets tucked out like that. And we need to fling it in that hole. As far as I can tell, there's no way you can miss that. It just automatically flings in that hole. Okay, and here's the last puzzle. We need to transport this orange gear over there to the button. One button moves it left, one button moves it right, and one button releases the container. I've done this sub-level a few times, so I know the precise timing that you need to go through to get that gear to fall through. It's actually quite difficult to do. And gears, although they are water particles, they don't tend to go over switches well. They tend to be released from your water when you do that. There we go. That was the majority of the video for that one rainbow drop. We still have a few extraneous things to collect here. A couple of puzzle pieces, a couple of rainbow flowers. The first one is in this room over here that I told you I had to go through a few times. This time, since we have Squirt, I tried to go through it with a different way and actually succeeded, using Gather and Squirt to my ability. Actually managing to climb up to the top here and squirt over to this area. There's a secret passage there that gets you a rainbow flower and also nets you a rainbow drop. The last rainbow flower, I believe. Yeah, the only other rainbow flower that we need to collect is in this maze down here. I tried to go through it as water instead of having to transform into ice, which was probably a bad idea. But I do manage to get the rainbow flower anyway. And we have another rainbow drop to collect. And I believe those are all the rainbow drops in the city. The only thing we have left to do is collect a final puzzle piece, and that is over here. In this little apartment section, there is a window, I believe it is, I don't know what it is, compartment thing that you can actually see. It's one of those structures that you bring down with stick. Inside of it is a puzzle piece. The last puzzle piece of the city. And that is it. You can see that we have 81 rainbow drops and 51 puzzle pieces out of a respective 89 and 60. I'm not lying when I said we're nearing the end of the game. Next time we're doing the Aztec. Dish with Fluidity. Have fun.